My name is Leah Baker, and I have a God story. So I grew up in a Christian church. My dad is a pastor, and I had a great childhood, and I'm really grateful for all of that. And I know it's given me such a great foundation to build off of. But I also remember being a really sad kid and a really lonely kid most of my life, and that all kind of came to a head in middle school, where I started to have some pretty serious mental health issues and started to develop an eating disorder that stuck with me for almost 10 years. So last year at 614 Church Conference, Ken Grunfeld was here giving a message on deliverance. And for the longest time, I thought that people who said they've been delivered from a mental health issue or mental illness, they were just making it up, or they were just mentally ill and didn't know what they were talking about. And I didn't think that was something that was real, and if it was real, I didn't think it was for me. And that sermon, that message on deliverance, shifted my perspective on it. And another woman that was here, Jenna, she also gave a sermon testimony on her deliverance from bipolar. And those two things together shifted what I thought deliverance was and what I thought it looked like and if it was available to me. So during that time, during that sermon that Ken gave, I came up to the front to be prayed over, and I kind of gave him the short story that I've struggled with mental health issues my whole life. And as I'm walking up to the front, other people are being prayed over, and I thought it looked weird, and I was really uncomfortable for a second. And I was like, Jesus, do whatever you need to do, but don't make it look like that. But I went up and got prayer anyway. And as Ken was praying over me, he asked if mental health issues ran in my family, specifically women in my family, and I said yes. And he said that this mental health issue was not my burden to carry, and it was not of God, and it was a generational thing, and that was something I could be set free from. And in that moment, I felt the Holy Spirit come onto me, and I did fall, and it didn't matter, because in that moment, everything shifted for me, and I knew that I was set free from what I've struggled with for so long, and my life has quite literally never been the same since. I have not had any suicidal thoughts. I have not had any major mental health crises or issues, and I know that that's why. So that's my prayer for others, is that they come to know that Jesus wants them to walk in the fullness of life, and in his abundance and freedom. That's my prayer, and that's my God story.